Hello again, everyone. Please start finding your seats if you haven't. There's spots up in the front right side of the theater, and we'll get started shortly. Hello, everyone. We're about to get started. If faculty could take their places in the aisle to welcome our students as they come in. And if folks can take a seat, we're going to get started. Everyone. Welcome, everyone. Let's have our, oh my goodness, I'm just excited to be here. Hold on. Please help me welcome the School of Social Work Chair, Dr. Sarah Reese, to the podium.
Welcome, everyone. I am so excited and honored to welcome you all today to the University of Montana School of Social Work celebration of the class of 2026. Let's give them a round of applause. Today we have graduates, family members, and friends joining us from all over the United States, both in person and online via our live stream. So welcome to all of you on the live stream as well. We have 111 students graduating from our 5 different program options today. So that includes our undergraduate program. We have both in-person, campus-based program and online program. Our master's-based programs, both on campus, our advanced standing program, and online. So we are so grateful to be able to offer a lot of different options for students so that we can really increase the accessibility of social work education in our state and beyond. So we are really grateful that you've all joined us today, and as we begin our time together, I want to recognize that the University of Montana is located on the Aboriginal territories of the Salish and Kalispel people. Today we honor the path that they have always shown us in caring for this place for generations to come. Looking at you all now, I'm just reflecting on the many paths that everyone's lives have taken to bring you here today. I know that a lot of that was planned, but a lot was unplanned, and so today we're here to celebrate this huge accomplishment and also the persistence and the determination and hard work and the people who have brought you to where you are today. With that said, it is my pleasure to introduce Dr. Carew, who will be delivering our faculty address today. Dr. Carew has been an educator for over 21 years. Using indigenous methodologies, her area of research seeks to understand a sense of place or one's connection to people, land, ancestry, culture, and experiences. In addition to her impressive professional credentials, Dr. Carew is a beloved instructor, colleague, and friend. Co has taught me so much about the value of ceremonies like the one we are participating in today, about the importance of place and connection to the natural world. She was chosen by this graduating class of students to speak today. Please help me welcome Dr. Carew.
Good afternoon, graduates, respected elders, families, and honored guests. I stand before you with a humble heart, and I'm really grateful for this honor to share a few words, and also to recognize that this is the ancestral land of the Salish, the Bitterroot Salish, and the Kalispel people, that they have stewarded this land, and they have offered you a roadmap going forward. To the graduating class of 2026, to each of you receiving your bachelor's or master's degree in social work, I honor the path that you have walked. In many indigenous traditions, we are taught that every decision we make should consider its impacts on the next 7 generations. And that is no small responsibility, and yet that is exactly what we ask of social workers. You are to be caretakers not only of the ones who are hurting now, but of the systems and structures that either invite people to flourish or leave them behind. You are also here because of the 7 generations who came before you, and because of the many people who have helped you and supported you on your educational path today. So, I'd like for you to turn to somebody in this room who are either friends, family, staff, faculty, colleagues, the people who have supported you, and with loving eyes, I ask you to thank them today. So do that now. Okay. I know, it's a teary moment. Who are you as social workers? Well, you are storytellers, but storying isn't only about speaking. It is equally about listening, and you are listeners of the heart. You came into this field as natural helpers. You have innate gifts of listening. And we are hoping, and I think we have, you, through the social work education, you have honed your skills. In the words of the Indigenous peoples of Australia, with whom I have had the privilege to learn and to live with for some time, they call this deep listening. You have listened to stories of trauma, the weight of unjust policies, and the depths of human suffering, and the stories of resilience and empowerment. Deep listeners are those who listen with their spu'us, with their head and their heart. I've heard remarkable stories about you, that the places that you work are in state capitals, as well as basketball courts, community gardens, schools, jails, health clinics, cold outdoor benches and riverbanks. You have met people exactly where they are at. You sit at the intersection of story and healing. You serve alongside your clients and map pathways for change. You advocate for them. And you have been able to have the privilege of witnessing transformation and sitting in the center of the sacred, their stories, their human suffering, the stories of resilience and empowerment. As you walk across this stage in a little bit, you remember that your degree is a tool, and so use it. Use it to advocate for the relative who cannot speak up, for the youth who is lost in the foster care system, for the elder who is afraid to ask for help, for the person who's battling addiction because they are far more than their diagnosis, for every child who wonders whether anyone truly sees them, and you've let them know that you've seen them. And care for yourself. In all your work, remember to care for yourself and think of practices that restore and nourish you. Painting, dancing, cooking, reading, beading, or simply resting in stillness. These are your medicine. This is your medicine, and return to the bundle often. So walk in a good way. Graduates, today we honor both your achievement and your responsibility. So walk in a good way with humility. And when in doubt, return to what grounds you, who you are, where you come from, and ask yourself why you are here. Congratulations, class of 2026. We believe in you. Our ancestors smile upon you, and our future is brighter because of you. Shehoy.
Thank you so much, Dr. Carew, for your words. Now we're going to welcome our Bachelor of Social Work Director, Professor Laura Guay.
Stop that. As we celebrate the achievements of our graduates today, it's my privilege to introduce two Bachelor of Social Work students who have distinguished themselves amongst their peers for their commitment to social justice, their leadership in the classroom and respective communities, and for embodying the values and principles central to the social work profession. Our first student speaker is a graduate of the 2+2 program. At the heart of the distance program is a recognition that there are individuals across the state who who are deeply rooted in their home communities, who are already serving as leaders, helpers, organizers, and advocates. This year, the distance program celebrates a graduating class of 27 students from across the state. Each now is equipped with a social work education and prepared to build upon the work that so many of them have already begun. It is an honor to introduce Paulette Standing Rock, selected by her peers to speak today. Paulette. Paulette is Chippewa, Cree, and a dual citizen of Canada. She is a parent of 5 and a grandparent to 3. Her family has been a tremendous source of support throughout her journey. Paulette is a true leader, joining the social work program, already having established a history of work and service in the Rocky Boy community. This past year, Paulette completed her practicum in behavioral health, serving as a care coordinator at the Rocky Boy Health Center. In this role, she supports youth and families in navigating complex systems, ensures they have access to mental health treatment, and that they receive the care that they need to heal. Paulette shared something with me that feels especially important to repeat today. Trust matters, relationships matter, and so does continuity of care. Anchored in these values, Paulette has positively influenced the lives of countless youth in her community. She intends to remain dedicated to this work, committed to the people and to the place. Please join me in welcoming Paulette Standing Rock.
When I first came here, I was nervous. I was like, oh my God, I'm actually doing this. And I sat back and would say, hey, I'm a chairperson for our Rocky Boy School District. And I go lobby in Washington, D.C. to our senators for money. Like, what the heck am I scared of? So now I feel a lot comfortable. Whew. So I did my speech. I actually typed it up, read it once, so please bear with me. So good afternoon, everybody. Miwasin Kisaga. First, I want to say how truly honored I am to stand here today. And I didn't get the memo that everybody was going to be wearing the caps and gowns. But it just so happened, myself and my new friend, Marrin, the next speaker, are wearing ribbon skirts. How's that? So being nominated by my classmates means more than I can fully put into words. To recognize by the very people who walk this journey alongside me, it's something that I will always carry. When I first started the 2+2 program, I'll be honest, it wasn't easy. I said to myself, how am I gonna pay for classes? I exhausted all my financial aid years ago, so that tells my age. By all means, I have enough credits to get a doctorate's degree. This was my first time taking online courses. As a Native American woman, I come from a way of learning that is deeply rooted in connection, watching, doing, listening, and being present with others. I'm a hands-on learner. I learn through experience, through people, and through community. So sitting behind a screen trying to navigate assignments, technology, and deadlines, it was frustrating at times. There were moments I questioned myself, can I really do this? But what I learned through the process was something bigger than just adapting to online education. I learned resilience. I learned how to push through discomfort and uncertainty. I learned how to advocate for myself. And I learned that growth doesn't always happen in spaces we're most comfortable in. It happens when we're challenged. The 2+2 program didn't just teach me academically, it stretched me personally. It showed me that even in a virtual space, connection is still possible. Through discussion boards, group work, and shared experiences, we found ways to support one another. We became a cohort, not just in name, but in spirit, and that matters, because social work is not something we do alone. For me, going back to school was never just about getting a degree, it was about purpose. After working in social services for over 6 years at my tribe, the Chippewa Cree tribe, it took me that long to truly understand what I wanted to do in my career. I wanted to go back, but first I had to do something about it. During that time, I worked in 3 different capacities. I was a family services, family preservation caseworker. I was an intake and investigator. That was the toughest job that I ever had in my whole life, but somebody had to do it. And then the last one, it was a foster care licensure. So during that time, those experiences helped guided me, shape, and ultimately show me where my heart truly belongs in this work. They led me here. I made a decision to come back to school because I want to serve my community. I want to be part of the change. I want to help create systems that are more understanding, more compassionate, and more accessible, especially for our people. At the same time, I also wanted to keep my options open to grow, to learn, to step into different spaces where my voice and my work are needed. And I believe that's something many of us here today can relate to. We came into this program with our own stories, our own struggles, and our own reasons for being here. Some of us balance work, family, school. Some of us face obstacles that no one else saw. But we made it. To my cohort, thank you. Thank you for your support and your encouragement and reminding me that I was not alone in this journey. To our instructors and our faculty, thank you for your patience, your guidance, and your commitment to our growth. I am truly grateful to have learned from such strong and dedicated instructors who not only taught us that materials, but also challenged us to think deeper, reflect, and grow into the professionals we are becoming. And to my family, my sons, my daughters, my husbands, Napesak, Iskwesak, Nahaksim, my husband, my parents, thank you for being my foundation and my support, and always encouraging me. Kisagitin. I also want to acknowledge something very personal. If it wasn't for the Native American Church way, I would not have begun this journey grounded in prayer. With the encouragement of my husband, I was able to start this path in a good way, and that has carried me through even the most challenging moments. The smudging with sweetgrass, sage, or cedar every night and every morning, reassured that everything was going to be all right. When I started this journey, I had a Native American church ceremony for myself and my daughter, who is not here today. She should be sitting with us. I had a piece of sage, and I took that sage, those prayers that we had for my ceremony, I kept it in my backpack. Everywhere I went, it was in my backpack. It carried me through, it helped me. When I get home, I'm gonna smudge with it when I get my degree. Looking back now, I truly believe that God led me to where I need to be. Even during moments of frustration or self-doubt, there was a purpose guiding my path, and that purpose is here today. So, as we step into this next chapter, let us walk in a good way, with purpose, with humility, and with responsibility to our communities, because this is only the beginning. Congratulations, graduates. Ekse. Thank you. Kita tamihin.
Missoula and the surrounding communities benefit from a strong presence of social work students completing their degrees through our campus-based program. It feels only fair to say that Western Montana is stronger because of the contributions they have made. Their compassionate service and relentless pursuit of social justice have created impacts that will be felt for years to come. Selected by their classmates to speak today is Marrin, Kolczak-Hardy. Marrin is Little Shell, and their enthusiasm and passion for advocacy are immediately evident upon meeting them. This year, Marrin completed their practicum with Empower Montana, where they focused on building and supporting gender and sexuality alliances in schools across the state. Through research, mutual aid, and direct engagement with educators and students, Marrin helps strengthen spaces where queer youth feel safe, affirmed, and connected. Marrin's dedication to inclusive systems and to uplifting youth voice exemplifies the core values of social work. This summer, they continue their education in the Master of Social Work program, where they hope to keep learning from diverse perspectives, especially those different from their own. And while they haven't officially announced their candidacy just yet, Marrin does envision running for office one day. Please welcome Marrin Kolczak-Hardy to the stage.
Whew, okay, that's a hard act to follow, Paulette. Okay. Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Marrin Kolczak-Hardy, and I am honored to have been nominated as the speaker for the graduating cohort of the Bachelor's program here at the UM School of Social Work. I want to begin by expressing my sincere gratitude to my cohort and to our professors. Each of you has brought your knowledge, perspective, and lived experience into the classroom, and we are all better because of it. It is all of you who have made this program so special to me. I would like to extend a special thank you to Professor Hannah Knipp, who has been a mentor and support to me throughout my junior and senior years, and has really just made my life so much better. Finally, I would like to thank my family, who is here up there waving at me. I would like to thank specifically my parents, who were the first people to show me what service looks like, and my grandmother, who has offered guidance and love without judgment. In 2005, at another university, an author named David Foster Wallace gave a commencement speech that has become one of the most meaningful pieces of media in my life. It was titled, "This is Water," and at its core, it is about the power of choosing how we think. Wallace argued that we have a choice in how we see the world, and therefore, how we respond to it. We can shape our own perspective and our own perception to hold more empathy and less judgment. I have carried this idea with me throughout all 4 years of my bachelor's degree, and it has only grown more relevant with time. I don't want to stand up here and give some crazily optimistic speech, because the truth is things are very difficult right now. There's no denying that. It feels harder and harder to have empathetic conversations, and many of us, including myself, are burnt out from the constant stream of negative news it seems that we interact with every day. But what I want to encourage us to think and understand is this. There has always been pain, and there have always been people who respond to that pain. People who move towards it instead of away from it, people who stand in the face of harm and choose to act. There was not always a name for them, but now there are many. Among them are social workers. As Wallace reminds us in his commencement speech, and as I want to echo today, we have the freedom to choose what we focus on. And if we choose wisely, that focus will carry us through all the years ahead. We can choose to focus on our purpose: people, humans, relationships. We have the privilege of building bridges, seeking connection, maintaining curiosity, and showing up as those who care. That is the work, and you should absolutely use your freedom to choose that path, to experience joy and pride in it. There's a specific quote I think of often from This is Water, and it goes like this. The really important kind of freedom involves attention and awareness and discipline, and being able truly to care about other people and to sacrifice for them over and over in myriad petty, unsexy ways every day. This path, this freedom, is imperfect, but I promise you it is well worth it. The next few years will look different for all of us. Some of us are going into master's programs, some of us are going home, and some of us are going into amazing jobs. I want to say that wherever you are going, whatever you are doing, you still have that freedom. Remember that our ethics and values don't change when we walk into and out of work or the classroom. Service, social justice, dignity and worth of the person, integrity, competence, and the importance of human relationships.
Let these values act as a compass for you as you move into the world. Thank you to my cohort for all you have done the last 4 years, for the gifts, for the jokes, the hugs, the food shared, the laughter, and most importantly, for the perspective we now have and the ability to at least a little bit see the world through your eyes. Thank you to your families for supporting you and making your way into the classroom and into all of our lives. Congratulations, class of 2026.
Graduates, as you step into the next stage of your social work career, remember that the work ahead will both be rewarding and incredibly challenging. You will be called upon to respond to complex social issues impacting our shared world. Know that you are equipped with the tools to make a difference. Take pride in what you have accomplished and let it always remind you of what is possible. Individually, I know each of you to be change makers, but as a collective of professional social workers, I know you to be an unstoppable force. Before the formal charge, I'd like to acknowledge that graduating today are students who are first generation, students who balanced work with school, students who nurtured children while also writing papers, students who continued their community work without missing class, and students graduating today with honors in recognition of their esteemed academic achievement. Would the candidates for the Bachelor of Social Work degree please stand? You have met the requirements set forth by the University of Montana and by the School of Social Work for graduation. On behalf of the University of Montana, the College of Health, and the School of Social Work, we wish to confer on you, the class of 2026, the degree of Bachelor of Social Work. This degree is an acknowledgement of your achievement, given as a sacred trust and a distinct privilege. We believe that you have within you now the education, skills, and calling to do this work. Ashley Solheim-Azure will lead their class across the stage in recognition of the School of Social Work's Outstanding Student Award. Ashley was selected for this award by the faculty for their leadership in the classroom, their commitment to social work values, and their positive impact in their community and to the program. Please come forward to receive your diploma and the formal acknowledgement of your accomplishment from the faculty.
Ashley Solheim-Azure. They are, sorry. They're taking a year off to spend more time with their kids. Congratulations on your outstanding.
Paulette Standing Rock. Paulette is going to implement policies for my Chippewa tribe and to become a tribal leader.
Marrin Kolczak-Hardy. Marrin is going on to the Advanced Standing Master's Program.
Victoria Winehandle. And Victoria will be pursuing an Advanced Standing MSW program and become an LCSW.
Tara Huxley. Tara is going on to the Colorado State MSW Advanced Standing Program.
Emma Parton will be working at Missoula Aging Services on the case management team.
Hannah Clark. Hannah is going on the job search and is planning on the MSW Advanced Standing Program.
Kayla Voth will be pursuing an MSW Advanced Standing degree next.
Courtney Smith. Courtney will be pursuing an MSW in the fall.
Riley Glanzer. Riley will be continuing to work at Boys and Girls Club.
Addison Brown.
Samantha Chaplin. Samantha will be pursuing an advanced standing degree for the MSW program.
Sean Buffard. Sean will be going to the Washington University Brown School of Social Work Master's Program.
Isabella Shin. Isabella will be working as a youth counselor at the Talbot Home for Girls.
Angelique Irvine.
Ashley Smith.
Fiona May Anderson. Fiona will be planning on hospital social work.
Riley Hickey. Riley will be at AmeriCorps position at Soft Landing.
Michaela Polston. Michaela is pursuing a Master's of Public Administration at the University of Pennsylvania.
Abby Ripley. Abby will continue on the social work journey before pursuing more education.
Mac Van Winkle. Mac will be pursuing an MSW.
Anna Perry. Anna will be working in the community.
Catherine Bartlett.
Trisha Thompson Jennings. Trisha will be attending our advanced standing program.
Kellyanne Villalba.
Bailey Mesa.
Megan Jane Brown. Megan will be pursuing a career in hospice social work.
Risa Chrismore. Risa will be attending our advanced standing program.
Logan Peterson. Logan will be pursuing the Advanced Standing Master's Program.
Samuel Rooney. Eventually will be pursuing an MSW.
Quentin Allaire. Quentin is moving to Seattle and working as a case manager.
Alyssa Mendez.
Kalia Roble. Kalia is going to be pursuing the Advanced Standing Masters of Social Work program.
Colby Parnell.
R.E.L. Munsinger.
Misty Green.
Megan Danford. Megan will be pursuing the Advanced Standing MSW.
Christopher. Cassandra's taken a break from school and enjoying summer.
Kaylee Picagli. Kaylee is pursuing the advanced standing MSW and hopes for the Ph.D.
Lacey Jones. Lacey will be attending the MSW Advanced Standing program at Carroll College.
Scarlett Fawcett. Scarlett will be attending the Advanced Standing MSW program and hopes to become an LCSW.
Lanita Haugen will be taking a year off and applying for the Advanced Standing program.
Jessica Kern. Jessica plans to attend grad school and work in the field.
Jennifer Ray Mercilly will be pursuing a master's program in MSW as well.
Maiden Bogey. Maiden plans to work with youth in North Carolina.
If our BSW graduates could stand. You may now move your tassel to the left side. Please join me in congratulating the class of 2026.
Yay, congratulations, BSW students. We're now going to move to our Master of Social Work program. Please help me welcome Professor Sarah Fielding to introduce our MSW student speaker.
Hello. It's packed in here and pretty hot. Hope you're all doing all right. All right, it's an honor and privilege to announce our next speaker. He was nominated by his peers to share not only his wisdom and maybe hopefully some humor. He has finished his MSW journey, but along the way he has helped countless students in our program here on campus called the Montana 10 and people pursuing higher education as well. So please help me welcome Joseph Grady to the stage. Okay. You can go this way.
Wow. All right. Thank you all. So good evening, staff, faculty, family, friends, and most importantly, my fellow graduates. To be fair, there will be things that I say in this presentation that you may or may not agree with, but nevertheless, let it be said. Never let it be said that I let a captive audience off the hook. And hey, actually, a full Indigenous lineup, how fortunate for us all. This is really good for this institution and, of course, for this moment. So I want to be sure tonight that I'm speaking in a language that we can all readily understand, particularly in this era of social media, content creation, and clip culture. But before we get into all of that, be sure to hit the like and subscribe button below this clip. And if you're a fan of this content, hit the notification bell so that you can receive alerts on future content. Now back to the speech. But seriously, I've had the distinct pleasure of serving students in my role as both an advisor to and the Associate Director of Montana 10 here at the University of Montana and Missoula College. For 6.5 years now, I have served in these roles where I have stood adjacently with hundreds of students as they have embarked on their journey in their college-level education, with many having successfully graduated and moved on to what I'm sure are promising careers. And now, I stand here with you, a graduate in my own right. And in this moment, I am bestowed with this incredible honor, this responsibility, and the opportunity to represent this group of amazing MSW and BSW graduates, of whom I could not respect more. To be chosen for this role in this moment by you, my colleagues, is something I carry with tremendous gratitude and care. Because the truth is, this journey has not been easy. There are moments, real moments, when many of us question whether we were going to make it. Moments when the weight of life, work, finances, and everything else we carry felt heavier than anything a syllabus could prepare us for. Moments when barely having the capacity to just show up felt like the victory. And yet, here we are. Not because it was simple, not because we had it all figured out, but because we refused to let go. We kept showing up for our work, for our communities, and for one another. And we did this in a time that has not made this an easy path. We've moved through a world shaped by deep uncertainty, where we witness ICE raids that have fractured families and communities, the ongoing challenges to voting rights that test the very foundations of this democracy that we embrace and hold so dear, and a resurgence of racism that too often moves from subtle identity to undeniable, and all the gaslighting that clings to its ribs. Gender identity and personhood are under direct attack, and all the escalating global violence that compounds the uncertainty and the hurt of this moment. And when the actions of political figures and national governments, both here and abroad, are indistinguishable from the crimes written into our own laws, it is incumbent upon us to be brave and to speak up, despite the political and social blowback for speaking the truth. And sadly, this requires that we be more strategic and to move at the speed of relevance. So in the interest of everyone who has been killed as a result of the violence that has erupted all around us this year, I want to invite everyone right now to join me for a brief moment of silence to honor them. Thank you. The world is in a dark place right now, and still, we choose this profession. You know, along the way in this education, as an Indigenous person, as a Blackfeet person, I've had people look at me and say, it's good you're gaining this education so you can go back to your community and help your people. Repeated statements like this over the years have stayed with me. Not quite microaggression, but not far from it either. Over time, I've thought about it, I've sat with it, and I've challenged it. So now when I hear that framing, my response is simple, measured, but clear. No, I think it's a good thing because now I have the ability to be here in this moment to help your people. This meaning that the social work profession doesn't just ask where we come from, it calls us to where we are needed. And thus, we chose to step into its complexity. We chose to stay present in the discomforts. We chose to believe that people and systems can change. That matters because, as a friend in my cohort who is so good to remind us, social work is not neutral work. And to quote Howard Zinn, you can't be neutral on a moving train. This calls on us directly. It demands honesty. It demands courage. It demands that we look at our world as it is and still commit ourselves to what it could be. And what I admire most about this group is that you didn't just study that, you lived it. You showed up as your full selves, with your stories, with your doubts, with your strengths, and with your truth. And in doing so, you created something I did not expect when I started this journey. Because when I began this program, I thought I was here for advancement, for a credential, for something that would prove my worth. But what I found most importantly was all of you. A community of people who are thoughtful, grounded, and deeply committed to something bigger than ourselves. People I've learned from just as much, if not more, than anything written in a textbook, and that is what I will carry forward. Not just the degree, but the relationships, the conversations, the laughs, the tears, the moments where we pushed each other to think deeper, listen better, and show up more honestly. That said, I think it's also important that we take a moment to extend due recognition, gratitude, respect, and love to the people who helped get us here. Our families, our partners, our friends, our mentors, our teachers. These are the people who believed in us, especially on the days when we didn't believe in ourselves, the days when we felt overmatched, when we were exhausted, when quitting would have been easier. They stood with us and said, "You got this." And we stood with each other. And somewhere in that, we found strength. That's social work. Because if there's one thing I've come to understand, it's this. We are walking away from this program with more than a degree. We are walking away with a responsibility to continue questioning our own perspectives, challenging our own assumptions, to remain aware of our positionality in every space we enter. And maybe most importantly, to recognize the humanity in every person we serve, not simply to listen, nor just to respond, but to understand, to lead with love, with compassion, with presence. Because these are not simply soft skills. These are transformative skills. These are the things that build trust, that open doors, that create the conditions where change becomes possible. And if we stay grounded in that, if we stay true to why we chose this path in the first place, then we will leave an impact that goes far beyond any title will hold. There's an understanding often reflected in the works of one of my favorite authors, James Welsh, that speaks of something deeply important, that our lives are shaped not only by where we come from, but by how we carry those stories forward. And that's what you're doing now. We're carrying forward everything that brought us to this moment. Our histories, our communities, our stories, and our struggles. And we're stepping into a world that needs us to do something with it. Now, I open this speech by asking you to like and subscribe. But the truth is, the work we're stepping into doesn't come with a follow button. It comes with showing up repeatedly, especially when no one's watching. So as we move forward, I want to invite you to remember this, that we don't have to have all the answers, but we do have to stay present. We do have to stay accountable. And we do have to keep believing that even small acts, done with intention, can move the world forward. To my fellow graduates, to whom I am so proud and so grateful for. I am better because of you. Thank you for this time, for this journey, for everything we've built together. To each and every one of you, to this class of 2026, congratulations. Together, we did it.
Thank you so much, Joseph. Now we welcome our Director of the Master of Social Work program, Professor Amanda Cahill.
Thank you so much. Nearly impossible to follow, Joseph. That was incredibly beautiful. Thank you for those words. MSW graduates, you have met the requirements set forth by the University of Montana, the School of Social Work, the College of Health, and we wish to confer on you, the class of 2026, the degree of Master of Social Work. This degree is well earned, given as a legacy of compassion and commitment and a serious responsibility. We believe that you have now within you the education skills and calling to do this work. You have been through an intellectual and emotionally challenging journey. You have demonstrated the power of solidarity, support, and love in this process. You've created a very dynamic cohort of learning throughout your practicum courses and within your communities. We want to honor your sacrifices, your missed occasions, your late nights spent on papers, a lot in my class, sorry about that, and most of all, your continued commitment to a profession that by its very nature seeks to make the world a better place. People may have asked you, why social work? Isn't that heartbreaking? Isn't it hard? Let them be encouraged by your ability to know paradox. To know that there is beauty in choosing the hard thing, that there is honor in walking the tougher path, and that your extraordinary lives won't be measured just in length, but in depth. Social work is not only about what is broken. It is also about what heals. It is about what people build, what communities protect, what families can survive, what advocates can change, and what hope can do when it's made practical. So our charge to you is to go forward and continue to embody the extraordinary, to do the hard thing with tenderness, to practice unconditional positive regard, to reflect on history, privilege, power, and place, to hold people in unwavering dignity. Write your next chapters bravely. At the end of the day, we will all have a story to tell. Make yours extraordinary. Class of 2026 master's students, please stand and come to the stage to receive your diplomas.
Joseph Grady, the sky's the limit.
Kyle Yoder. Kyle will be working on harm reduction research and then pursuing licensure in Montana.
Sophie Trudgeon. Sophie is going to begin a full-time job with her practicum placement at Catalyst Montana under their Justice Initiative program.
Emma Piskalich. Emma's going to keep learning and pursuing her LCSW.
MJ Janicaro. MJ will be working for the Missoula Police Department.
Audrey Berman. Audrey will continue to work at Winds of Change, pursuing licensure and her LAC.
Silver Little Eagle. Silver will continue my Master of Public Administration degree.
Lisa M. Amesback. Lisa will continue to work at Browning Elementary School, but first, enjoy and relax this summer.
Bryn Rogers. Bryn plans to pursue an LCSW.
Louise Doney. Louise will be pursuing LCSW.
Carrie Everline. Carrie plans to pursue an LCSW.
Kyle Dyrud. Kyle will be opening a clinical practice, Zootown Therapy, focusing on working with youth in Missoula.
Kaylee Denbor. Kaylee will be starting as an SWLC at Nexus Treatment Center.
Isabella DiCunzo. First, becoming a mama and pursuing LCSW in medical social work.
Brianna Belgard. Brianna plans a summer full of law school, softball, and single womaning it.
Melissa McLean applied for the candidate's LCSW license and a therapist job at YBGR in Billings.
Holly Harris. Holly will be working as a counselor at Benefice Behavioral Health in Great Falls, Montana.
Andrew Tompt. Andrew will be continuing being a designated crisis responder.
Janelle Schmidt. Janelle plans to apply for her SWLC at Blacktail Health in Butte, Montana.
Emily Curtis. Emily will be continuing international social work.
Brittany Matfeld. Brittany plans to pursue a private practice through licensure and then a Ph.D. in systems science.
Paige Gilchrist. Paige will be pursuing her LCSW in medical social work.
Hannah Vasquez. Hannah will be working as a therapist in Missoula at Sunflower Counseling.
Sierra Singer.
Jordan Dursum.
Akimi Nakoadawa.
Tara Beckman Ballas. Tara will be moving to Billings with her family and pursuing work in counseling and maternal health advocacy.
Julie Poulin.
Katie Bainey. Katie plans to work as a behavioral health therapist at Logan Health in Cutbank, Montana.
River Seeger. River is moving to Denver to pursue clinical licensure and continue to spread light via puns and dad jokes.
Abigail Wentworth. Abigail plans to do some camping this summer.
Chet Phillips. Chet is going to continue to make good trouble in keeping with democratic values and NSAW ethics, of course.
Samantha Bymaster. Aw. Wherever the wind takes me.
Sarah Murphy. Sarah is going to continue to living life and finding a job.
Jasmine Klingeman. Jasmine will be working for Yellowstone Boys and Girls Ranch in Great Falls Public Schools. Jasmine plans to pursue her LCSW and drink lots of Red Bull. That's what she says on here.
Kelsey Bogomil. Kelsey is going to continue paving the path as I go with community and looking towards clinical licensure work.
Elizabeth Marshall. Elizabeth will be working as an SWLC clinical position at Bear Creek Wellness.
Leah Niece Yeager. Leah will be specializing in ecological grief and pursuing clinical licensure.
Matea Prison. Matea plans to pursue clinical licensure and incorporate the arts into her social work practice.
Liam Kishianen. So close. Liam is moving to NYC, New York City, and studying for the ASWB exam, because I do that over there, to get an LMSW.
Rin Briggs. Rin plans to pursue an LCSW.
Trevor Riddle. Trevor's gonna just keep shredding.
Hallie Smith. Hallie plans to pursue clinical licensure. And now you can move your tassel from one side to the other. Congratulations, class of 2026. Thank you all, those here in person and those who have joined us online, for celebrating with us today. BSW graduates and family and friends, please join us in the foyer for a reception. And MSW graduates, please head to the skybox. Please join me in a final round of applause for all of our graduates.
Thank you everyone for attending. We'll have our faculty exit first, followed by our MSW, and then BSW graduates. Congratulations, everyone.